Today we'll be looking at arithmetic sequence. But before we talk about arithmetic sequence, what is sequence? Sequence just simply means a number pattern. When number has a pattern, when number move in a pattern, you know it's a sequence. For instance, if I have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and so on, you know, that is a pattern. That is a pattern. The number is moving in a pattern. If I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, that's also a number pattern. Do you understand that? If I have 4, 9, do you understand that? That's a number pattern. 16, 25, do you understand? That is a number pattern, Now, we want to talk about arithmetic sequence. Arithmetic sequence is a kind of sequence in which each successive term increases or decreases by the same amount with a common difference. Now I'm going to say that again. Arithmetic sequence is a sequence in which each successive term increases or decreases by the same amount by a common difference. Now I'm going to use a formula to explain what arithmetic sequence is all about. Now I have a formula which is Tn equals a plus bracket n minus 1 d. Now in this sequence, this is the formula. I'm going to define each of the parameters. I'm going to start with A. A simply means the first term of the sequence. The first term of the sequence. Now we have n. N means the number of term in the sequence, the number of term. And then D means the common difference. What does the common difference mean? Common difference can be the second term minus the first term, or it can also be the third term minus the second term, or the fourth term minus the third term. It goes in that sequence. And then we have Tn. A lot of people get confused at Tn. Now, I want to explain Tn in my own way so that you understand it better. For every n, you have a corresponding Tn, because every n produces a Tn. For instance, so Tn is the corresponding value of n. What it means, let me explain that with a question. For instance, I have a question: 3, 7, 11, 15, 19, 23, and 27. Okay, let me write it this way. So I have space, let me put this space: 7, 11, 15, 19, 23, and then 27. Now, in this sequence, now my first term is A. Okay, let's with this question now let's say we are asked to generate an n term and then an n term for the sequence, the 2. Find the 20th term, and 2, the 50th term. Now, in this class, we will also be looking at how to generate an n term for the sequence. Now, we want to see how to get a common difference. Now, the common difference simply means the second term, like I said, minus the first term. Now, what's the second term? The second term is 7 minus the first term is 3, so I have 4. So you can see this minus this, second minus the third will give me 4. If I do the same thing here, this minus this will give me 4. If I do the same thing here, this minus this will give me 4. If I do the same thing here, 15 minus 5 will give me 4. If I do the same thing here, 23 minus 15 minus 11 will give me 4. 19 minus 15 will give me 4. 23 minus 19 will also give me 4. 27 minus 23 will give me 4. So you can see that my common difference is constant throughout the sequence. That's why it is called a common difference. It means the difference are the same. Now, if you look at the sequence, each of the terms increases by 4. If I add 4 to this, I get this. If I add 4 to this, I get that. And that's an arithmetic sequence. Now, I want to generate an n term of the sequence using this formula. Now, Tn will be a plus bracket n minus 1d. Now, I said something about what does Tn means. Now, the first term means the term number, which is 1. The first term has a corresponding value, which is 3. The second term, which is a term number, when n is 2, it has a value, which is 7. So that shows that for every n, there is always a corresponding value of Tn. That's the relationship between n and Tn. Every number of term will give you a value. If the first term means the first number in the sequence. But the first number in the sequence necessarily doesn't have to be 1. But the term number is 1. In this sequence, the term number is Tn is 3. You can see the relationship between n and Tn. Now, we want to find the n term of the sequence, meaning that we want to generate a formula for that sequence in terms of n. Now, that means that the n term means n is n, when n is n. So now, we've already defined all the parameters. The common difference is there. The first term a is 3. So we're going to use the formula. Now, we want to find Tn. So Tn, when n is n, the n term, the first term is a. I'm going to plug in 3, the value, plus bracket. N is n minus 1. The common difference is 4. So Tn will be equals to 3 plus 4 times n is 4n. 4 times minus 1 will give me minus 4. So Tn will be 3 plus 3, let's say 4n plus 3 minus 4. So Tn will be 4n plus 3 minus 4 give me minus 1. So this is the n term of the sequence. Now, I want to find, I've gotten the first one. The second question says, find the 20th and the 50th term of the sequence. Now, in order to find the 20th term of the sequence, I can use this formula. So T20 means when the n term is 20, what is the value? Now, I'm going to plug 4 bracket 20 minus 1. So T20 will be 4 times 20 will give me 80 minus 1, 79. So that shows that when n is 20, the value, the term number, when the term number is 20, we have a value of 79. That's the corresponding value, 79. Now, if I don't want to use this formula, I can use the general formula T20. I'm going to use this. A is 3 plus bracket, n is 20 minus 1, then times, 20 minus 1, then the common difference is 4. So T20 is 3 plus bracket 19 times 4. So if I do that, T20 will be 3 plus this time this is 6, this time 36, this time this 1, this time this is 36, this time this plus 3, 76, 76 plus 3, T20 will be 79. Now, we've gotten this part, I. We want to find the II. Now, the 50th term, I'm going to do T50. Now, I'm going to use this formula, so 4 bracket 50 minus 1, so T50 will be 4 times 50 is 200 minus 1, so T50 is 199. Or, if I don't want to use this, I can use the general formula, which is T50 will be 3 plus bracket 50 minus 1 times 4. So T50 is 3 plus, it is 4, so 9 times 4. So T50 will be 3 plus, this time this is 6, this is 196. So 196 plus 3 will give me 199. So that's how to get the n term of the sequence. Now I'm going to take one more question and then we end the class. Let's take one more question. Now if we have, let's say we have 7, we have 5, we have 3, we have 1, we have minus 1, we have minus 3. Now in this sequence we want to find what? We want to find the n term, then we want to find the 20th term. Now if we look at the sequence, I'm going to go by the general formula Tn equal a plus bracket n minus 1 d. Now to generate the n term of the sequence means when n is n, so I'm going to do this. Tn will be, I'm going to plug in the first term of the sequence is 7 plus bracket. The common difference, how do you get the common difference? Second term minus the first term, this is minus 2, 5 minus 7 is minus 2, 3 minus 5 is minus 2, 1 minus 3 is minus 2. So if you look at the sequence, minus 1 minus 2 is minus 2, minus 3 minus 1 is minus 2 as well. So that is how to generate the common difference, how to get a common difference. So D is, we can do 5 minus 7 is minus 2. So that's it. So n means n minus 1. The common difference is minus 2. Tn is 7. So I'm going to do minus 2 times plus n will give me minus 2, and minus 2 times minus 1 will give me plus 2. So Tn will be 7 plus 2 minus 2n. So Tn is 9 minus 2n. So if Tn is 9 minus 2n, now if I want to get the 20th term of the sequence, I can use T20. I can plug it here. 9 minus 2 bracket 20. So T20 is 9 minus 40. So T20 is 9 minus 40 is minus 31. So that's just it. Or if you don't want to do that, you can use the general formula, and you can use this formula, and that will give you your answer. So this is all about arithmetic sequence, what you need to know. So thank you for watching my video. You can always subscribe on my YouTube channel. God bless you.